Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Social Authority. It's your boy Pat Hilton with a quick message for you. Everybody's got an opinion. You don't have to listen. Everyone has an opinion, but you don't have to listen. Everybody's got an opinion. You don't have to listen. Everybody's got an opinion. You don't have to care. You don't have to care when they're quacking up right up in your grill. And you don't have to care when they're typing fucking bullshit in your comments. You can just hit ignore or block and you can send them packing on their way. Or you can just ignore the knock because it doesn't matter anyway. Everybody's got an opinion. You don't have to listen. Everybody's got an opinion. You don't have to listen. Come on, man. There's nobody that can come at you live like this. On the tip with the beats and the flows. Like your boy Pat Hilton live on the Social Authority show. Listen. The world of the internet has just gone absolutely insane. So it started with this woman was stabbed on the bus. That was number one. Then Charlie Kirk got shot like a week later, and the world, maybe even less than a week later, and the world has just gone off its axis. Now, I've been pretty quiet. I've been pretty quiet about these things because honestly, I just don't want to argue with people. People are so stuck on their ways, stuck on their beliefs, stuck in their holes. Sometimes the hole is their own ass, and their head is so far up it, you can't even talk to people anymore. You can't even talk to people in the great state of America right now. I mean, we're supposed to be the United States of America. The United States. And I feel like right now, America is only united in the title because, man, people are divided more than ever. And so where does that stem from? Like, what's the root source of that? Well, number one, people are probably tired of working and not making any money. When you don't have any money, you're pissed. I know. I'm pissed. I make more money than I've ever made, and I'm still annoyed. Making money is difficult. Paying the bills is difficult. Surviving in this world, being a contributing member of society is difficult. And I think that the more you cry about that, the more difficult it gets. If you sit around and you cry about how hard it is all the time, then you don't have any time to focus on doing anything great with the time that you have. And I think that these cell phones and these social media platforms are awesome. I think they're the greatest thing in the history of mankind. It's the most revolutionary connectivity source we've ever had as human beings. But with that comes great responsibility, and with that comes great danger. Okay, this phone in your hand, you're either watching me on a phone, you are. You're probably watching this on a phone. No one would actually sit and watch me on YouTube. You see the clips. The main reason why I even do the podcast, or the reason why I even interview people in this format, is to get the clips. The show is a secondary source to the clip. The clip is the source. The clip is the attention generator. That's why people make these shows. That's why the news broadcast exists now. The news is just them talking about negative shit so that they can chop it up and post it on social media. Us as creators, us as the citizens of the world, have to create positive, uplifting narratives. We have to be creative and innovative. We have to build things, create things, or we can't do anything. Oh, look at this. RJ Bates is calling me on my Meta glasses in the middle of my live stream. Hello, RJ Bates. Welcome to the show, to the Social Authority show. Should I put you on speaker or just keep you on the Oakleys?
Oh, man.
It depends on what RJ Bates has to say. Sometimes you guys don't need to hear what RJ Bates and I discuss. All right. We're bringing him on. He doesn't have anything too offensive to say today. So, RJ Bates, welcome to the show.
I'm honored to be on the Social Authority live stream.
It's a beautiful thing.
Mr. Hilton, we are going to be hosting a social event in 3 weeks. You are going to be the MC.
That's correct.
As an MC, as the MC of all of the big events, if you could have one thing that you've seen at an event that you've been at, and you're like, man, I wish every event would do something like that, what would you recommend for us to do at Element 22?
All right. So I think depending on the format of the event, sometimes the leader of the event has to teach the whole time. Is that the case for this?
No.
I didn't think it was, but I thought I would ask anyway. So in the case of where you have to teach somebody a $1 to $5 million buy box and how to buy a company, the teacher needs to probably show you for a good straight 2 days how to do that. Now, in any other instance, like a conference setting, the biggest mistake that the person putting on the event makes is that they are unavailable to the audience. So this guy I do an event for, his name's Bedros Keuilian. He's the guy that had the event at the Grove of Anaheim.
Right.
Logical that he can actually even put on a show at that dope of a venue, but maybe this explains it. Hey, so he's the first speaker. So I go up there, I do my spiel, I get the crowd all rowdy at the Grove. I know all this story of this famous venue. So like even the door people were kind of laughing at how much I knew about the venue in the morning. Because you know me at 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm like zipping. And so I bring him on and he's talking and he's doing this thing and he's like, all right, well, I've got the best speakers, the best experts in all these different categories that we're going to be covering today. I know it's only one day, but I'll be outside in the lobby all day long, answering questions, taking pictures, filming videos, anything that you need outside of the speakers that I have handpicked. I will be available this entire day for you. Thank you for coming to my event.
Love it.
No, I don't know that I've ever seen anyone else ever do that.
So be available for the speakers, but what about like on stage?
I mean like for everybody. Be available like anyone that is in this building. You know, I'm going to be out in the hallway most of the day filming videos and networking and answering your questions. I would just have a camera person just stand there or set up a camera right there and have people line up to take pictures and hang out with you all day long.
Okay. Well, we're going to be on stage a lot.
Which is fine.
We're going to be up there for quite a bit. I just was like, is there something that you've seen on stage where it was like
on stage
celebrating community or live seller calls or
I would say on stage the best thing you can do on stage is a similar format, and that's just to honor the speakers and the community members that have had results.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because the big mistake people make is that they put on the event and then they just disappear. And then when it's time to pitch, they show back up. And then they expect everybody to just buy their shit when they didn't hang out with anybody at all.
Gotcha. Well,
now, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, if I was that big of a deal, maybe I would do that too. But I don't know. I don't see somebody like even like Pace or Cardone or any of those people. They hang out with their people. They're available.
Right.
I mean, you might need to be maximum platinum VIP now to get to Uncle G, but then buy the ticket pass. But I would make myself available for the people. And then on stage, hey, we've got 5 members that we're going to bring on a panel. We've got 2 minutes each. We're going to do the 2-minute drill with these 5 people. And those are the students. And then whatever that requires panel wise, maybe for the speakers. Speakers, dude, panels are fun because the audience gets involved, and that can be difficult to get the audience involved because they're long days.
Right. So we have three panels already picked out. So I think we're good to go. All right, man.
There you go.
I'm gonna go get ready for it. So
rock and roll. Shoot me a text.
Live stream. Don't
yeah.
like the video.
There you go. All right, later, dude. Thanks. RJ Bates, the third, coming in on the private line there here on the Social Authority Show. I wonder if this is going in the group or if this is just running on my page. So anyway, I was talking about how the world has essentially lost its mind and how everybody's just got all these crazy opinions. And you don't have to consume it all. In fact, I encourage you to shut most of it off at a certain time of the night so that you can think about what you need to do for you to get the results that you need. Because the world will pull you in 50 different directions, especially right now, because we've got these phones, we've got social media, and even that, most of the people that I'm trying to be around are trying to do something. I encourage you, especially if you're young. I might be older and dorky to you on video, but if you're young, you have an opportunity as a young person now with all these social platforms to make content, build a brand, and become something way quicker and way easier than people my age ever had the opportunity to do. And so I almost feel like the younger generation of people that don't want to work these shitty jobs, neither did our generation, that are tired of listening to these talking head politicians on X argue with each other like little high school kids. I get it. We all feel the same way. There's so many Americans that feel the same way. We're tired of these people jerking us around, and we're using the internet to make money because nothing else works. And it's the easiest way to communicate with the world. And I feel like the people that are the elected leaders of the world, all they do is argue with each other like high school kids. I mean, it got super serious there for a minute, like 3-4 weeks ago. Serious, crazy stuff. And it was very hard for me to digest the whole entire situation of Charlie Kirk getting murdered, and a whole bunch of people were like laughing about it and joking about it, and it was disgusting to watch. I'll just say it the way it is. People were laughing about it, mocking him and stuff. Like, dude, we're better than that. We're better than that as a society, and we're better than that as Americans. I don't care how you feel about the guy. I don't like a lot of things. And so here on social media, here's how on social media, if you don't like what you see, you can make it not show up. So we're going to start with Facebook, because Facebook, those are like the people that are the closest to you, that have the most access to you and stuff. So like, okay, so my friend Nicole, packing up to head home, super positive person to follow. Whatever. We film videos for her. She gets a pass. This guy here, like, this was placed in my feed. I do not follow this person. 33% of U.S. homes don't have a father. We wonder why society's crumbling. We don't need more weak, passive, nice men. We need more masculine fathers. I mean, I like it. I mean, that's fine. But I'm going to hit the X button because it's not necessarily what I'm interested in. So I would start going through my phone and audit what you see. Like, if you're seeing things that you don't want to see, hit the X button. Jacob Stoller. I like Jacob. I like his stuff, so he gets to stay. See, now I'm starting to see stuff I like. This guy, Phil. I like his stuff. See, JR, but Sean Tully's playing his guitar. Now I'm starting to see stuff that I like because I X'd a few things. Like Joe Rogan, I'm good. I'm seeing any more Joe Rogan. I see enough Joe Rogan. This, my friend's wife. Cool. She gets to stay. Dan Moran. Yeah, good old Dan Moran. Like, your stuff should be positive. When you scroll through your feed, if you don't like what you see, then you're literally consuming things that you don't like constantly on your phone. It's just going to become a behavioral pattern that all you do is see stuff that you don't like, and it's just going to piss you off. You're going to be constantly pissed off, especially if you are on your phone as often as someone like I am. I run a social media agency. So if it's not built a certain way or produced a certain way or speaking a certain way, I'm not interested in it. And not only that, but it's distracting me from the things that I am interested in or my goals or whatever. I've actually stopped posting certain types of stuff because I don't even want to talk about it. And one of them is the whole political thing. But the problem is that political and spiritual have kind of combined now in an odd way. And so we're going to have to see how that whole thing plays out. I don't have any control over that area or that category at all. I'm just little old Pat from the block. But I sure do hope we can figure it out as people. Because if we can have the conversations here on these platforms about what needs to happen, how we can be better, how we can bring a positive message to planet Earth, then the news feed's going to get a whole lot better. And it's on us. People are always on these podcasts talking about how bad America is and how bad the internet is and how bad social media is. And it's our job to put out good, positive stuff that people want to consume that can lift people up and make them go do something positive. When you're told everything's bad all the time, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad, everything's bad, you start to believe it. Cut that shit out. I don't want to see it. It's always going to be rough. There's always going to be turbulence. I spoke in 4 different cities or something in the last week. From Dallas to Palm Beach to Atlanta to Fort Worth, back out here in Plano, Murphy area. I'm all over the place doing this every single day. And I meet all these different people from all these different backgrounds, all different religions, all different places of the world. And it's super interesting when we're all engaged on trying to make something happen, like get deals done together or make more sales in our business or help each other market or help each other get more leads. We all get along just fine. But when we have to listen to these whack jobs on X argue with each other and threaten each other with nuclear weapons, then we start to not get along so well. So what we have to do is we have to figure out how to shift the conversation to how do we change it with me first, and then from me, the people that I impact go out and make good changes. That's the only way we're going to win long term against these maniacs. Because let's just face the facts. The United States of America is the one place, it's the last place where you can go to become anything. So in a way, it's no wonder why people are fleeing everywhere else to come here. Where else are they going to go? Every other place, the system doesn't work. Socialism doesn't work. Communism doesn't work. That's why they all come here. So we, as Americans, might as well take the opportunity that we have to go out there and do something positive and use these platforms to put out something positive. And boy, let me tell you, that can be super hard some days. Super hard some days when the world is a fucked up place. And one of the biggest problems that we have is people are not open to new information. Because what you find is that the new information, usually, by the way, because we're a pretty long way down in human civilization. So new information to you might be like the oldest information on the planet. You just haven't accepted it yet. And so I think that when you go back to the fundamentals, the fundamental psychology of success, for me, it's cut the noise, Focus on what you're great at. Become so great at that you can't be stopped. Do more of it. Keep doing it and don't stop doing it. That's where I'm at today. Because all this other stuff I can't control. But you know what I can control? I can show you how to get a Blackmagic Design ATEM Pro ISO plugged into a Volt 476p with a microphone and a camera and run your own show. Run your own podcast. Run your own marketing. Get your own deals. Because that's one thing that I can control. Outside of hitting my macronutrient and calorie goal every day. We're working on that. That one's going to take some work. Find out what those things are that you need to do to improve yourself. Because I see a whole lot of people out there giving their opinion on how everyone else should live or how everyone else should think. And we need to take a step back and focus on what are we doing for ourselves so that we can show up and actually even have a conversation anymore. Because what's happening right now, it ain't working. I will tell you, since the government shut down, the skies have been clearer than ever. They've been clearer than ever. So ladies and gentlemen, remember, there's a lot of noise out there, but you don't have to listen to it. That's right. Everybody's got an opinion, but you don't have to listen. Everybody's got an opinion. You don't have to listen. Everybody's got an opinion. You don't have to listen. Everybody's got an opinion, but you don't have to listen. Yeah. We'll see you on the next one.